Hello friends and welcome to my channel. I am Cher. So today I really want to share with you my newly updated professional makeup kit. If you have followed me for a little while, you'll know that this is not my first time. In fact, I have shared other videos on this, but what makes this one different today is, as promised, I have finally streamlined my kit and gotten it more convenient for like travel, just a lot more portable, just so much easier for my process. So if you're a professional makeup artist like me and you are struggling and really need to like condense everything and figure out how to make it more concise, hopefully this video will really help you out. So a little about me really quick. I actually only recently started my makeup practice a little over a year ago. So I'm still pretty new to the field, and here I am in my 40s, just getting started, living the dream. But it's been a really successful year and I've learned so much, including that I've got to strap down and like, yeah, make things easier for myself. You have a business page, a Soul Beauty and Images for just my business. And then I'm also a beauty blogger. And I'm also on Cher's Beauty for more of the blogging side, everywhere else, Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. If anything resonates with you, make sure you give a like and subscribe. As I mentioned before, I do have two other videos. So the first one was when I first got started, and it was my bare bones kit. It was this Pepto-Bismol pink little case, really cute. And it just had like kind of very basic stuff to get me started. And then, sorry, I've got swatches on still. My second video was where I upgraded and kind of got a little more professional, really expanded a lot of my makeup. You know, I'm always researching, always getting new products, always trying new things to see what's going to be the best fit for most amount of clients. And so that second video I did, now this is my third one, and now I've downsized. Before I upgraded, now downsized. I really call this an upgrade too. So I'm going to give you a tour of my newly downgraded kit. But I really want to show you how I got it organized, some of the little hacks and things that I did to help you out. So if you saw my last video, I think it'll be my last video. There may be one in between there, but I'm going to link it for you. Think this way. Yeah, I'm going to link it for you. I just had a big Black Friday haul, and one of the things that was on sale was this makeup bag. So I'm going to give you a tour of it. And this is my main makeup bag now, my main kit. So before, I had a big old system in that second video. If you saw it, I think I had like 5 different bags, and that was just for like the makeup part. This time I was able to get it from those 5 down to, if I absolutely need to, I can stick to just this one bag. I don't really want to stick to just the one bag though. Just a few things, like I would really be like, the biggest thing is I'd have to just put in like 1 bundle of brushes in this bag and just sanitize between clients, because there's no way I could fit like all of my brushes. I really don't want to do that. Okay, if you saw my last video, you will see, you've seen the bag before. But here it is again, just in case. So fabulous. I love this thing. So I love that it has the straps on the top here, or it has the shoulder strap, which is how I will be carrying it most of the time, is just over my shoulder. It is very heavy with everything in it, but I'm finding that it is better than the little suitcase I had before, a rolling suitcase, because I don't know about you guys, but a lot of times when I'm at venues, some of them have stairs, you know, elevators. I'm walking all over, like trying to find the cottage where I'm supposed to be. It is very hard to lug the thing around. It's easier to have something over my shoulder where I can just walk freely. So I think this is gonna be better. First of all, in the back, it has a pouch here, and it also has this strap where you can slide it over a suitcase if you need to, so it can stand on top of a suitcase, so that's handy. I am using it for, if you've seen this little thing before, this is the little stand that goes on the table that opens up for me to put a little trash bag on. And I have like extra Ziplocs, trash bags, and a roll of paper towels that needs to be replaced. So I kind of keep like the big equipment in the back here. Then it has so many different compartments. This is the most fabulous bag, and I'm also going to link this for you from where I got it on Amazon. It's still there. It's just not on Black Friday anymore. I feel like I've been able to fit more in here and had it more organized than that like 100-something, almost $200 system that I bought before. This on both sides, it has, you know, the little compartments, 3 little compartments where I am now organizing all of my lip liners. You guys, the lips were what were the most out of control for me. And the hardest, like the ones I need the most organized, because I needed to know like, okay, where are all of my like reds? Where are all of my neutrals and browns? And where are my pinks, you know? And so this has solved that for me so much. And then down in here, I've got all of my lip glosses. So it's like this side is like the lip liner and glosses, and I have them all turned up where I can see the names so I can find which gloss I'm looking for quickly. And that has just been revolutionary, you guys. And then it's similar over on this side. So on this side, I put like all the brow products, eyeliners. I have everything rubber banded by like what it is, like my brows. I've got eyeliner, pencils. So they're all sticking up and rubber banded. And then on the other side, can you see how it has like little pockets also? Right now I have like 3 different setting sprays in there, but whenever I need to condense down to only this bag, I will just bring the very travel size setting spray with me. And instead I will put in there more like my portable, which I'll show you in a few minutes, my portable like eyeshadow remover, micellar water, and brush cleaner and that kind of thing that like I have to have, but just to kind of have it somewhere so that I don't have to carry the second bag with me. It unzips here, this little top piece. Okay, so here is the top flap. I have like lashes in here. I basically had to take out as many lashes as I could to make room, but I still like to have one of each style of everything. So this has lashes on the top, and then I have a few more lashes over here on the side. I had to have different styles because you never know what people are gonna want. And this is part of the problem for me. Like, I don't understand, some makeup artists can have like one thing of everything, just their top things they use. But the problem is I don't always know what my clients are gonna want way ahead of time. Even if I only have 1 or 2 clients, I don't know what they want ahead of time all the time. I can look at a picture of them, like have them send a picture, and then, you know, I can kind of guess on their shades. But you know what? I've gotten burned on that before, because like there was this one time that I showed up for a bridal trial. The girl sent me a picture of herself. I swear she looked like a California surfer, and like blonde hair, kind of tan. I would have thought a couple shades. No, I showed up. She was Arabian, guys. If I had not brought my whole kit, I would have been screwed. I would not have had the right foundation shade for her. So, or I would have had to like mix and match from my like RCMA palette. And that's the other thing, is some of these palettes that are made for makeup artists for mixing and matching, like they're not my favorites. I guess I could get by, but like, do I really want to give my clients the products that are like not as much of a favorite as the ones I know are going to look stunning on them, just in the name of being portable? I just don't want to do it. I want to pick my favorite products, the ones that I know look amazing. And so sometimes that means it's more bulky. So there's some things that makeup artists do, like I don't understand how you can only have like 5 lip shades. I've shown up and people have wanted like some really unique color and shade, and I don't know about you guys, but they always give me like inspiration pictures, and I got to try to match the inspiration pictures. So it doesn't work for me. I have to have everything. But like concealers is another one I'm trying to rein in, because I have certain favorite ones for certain kind of skin and others for other kind of skin. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I've ended up doing though, but it could be so much better. I know. I could get it even more streamlined if I just would let go of some things, but I just can't. But I'm very proud of how far I have come. This has come so far, you guys. Okay. So on the very top here, just because I had no room for this, I just put it on the top where it would fit. What I've done is I went to the dollar store and I bought, this doesn't look very fancy. I know you could probably type it up and it'll look more professional and better. I bought, these were like $1 each. They're like medicine containers. You know how you can get the ones that have like Monday through Saturday, making sure you're taking your medicine. I got them and I put all my different concealers and correctors in here. So each one, and then I put labels on there and I labeled like what shades they are. I just have to make sure before each wedding that I just go through these and make sure everything is restocked and refilled from my big containers at home. So anyway, so that has been so helpful. And then I have like my color correctors down here. Fabulous. Then I did the same thing for foundation. I took all the shades of foundation. This is for the traditional foundation, and I put them in here. This saved me so much room from not having all those foundation bottles. As you've seen before in my previous videos, I also have the RCMA palette that does, I like it sometimes, and it really does come in handy at times, but it's just not my favorite finish. It's a very thin, like I can't get a lot at one time onto a brush or like onto a palette like I can the really thick formulas out of the concealer. So it's not always my favorite to work with, but it is nice having it there where I can see all the colors and pull it out, and it's a little thinner and it works for some. And it's great for like mixing. But then I do have other concealers in here I just couldn't part with. So I'm going to show you where they're at real quick. So on the top here, this bag, it came with the little dividers. They have like Velcro on the ends, so you can just divide them up. So I still have a little spot right here for my concealers. I have like different drugstore ones in here, and then I have a whole bunch of little travel size Shape Tape down in there. I don't know if you can see it, but I just couldn't part with it. Okay, so I'll show you the rest. As I said, I've got a few more lashes here. These are all my like contour and highlight palettes in here, as well as the RCMA. And then in here is all my setting powders, like translucent setting powders in there. And then on this side is all of my finishing powders and all the different shades of that. And then over here is blush and highlight, and I just have the like contour stick in there too. So it's a lot easier to kind of see everything all organized here in the 5 different little slots. But I love this. So this is what's on the top of this bag, is this little, all these little divided up spots. So the next part is this bottom piece down here, if I can lift it up for you. Ooh. Okay, so you can see it comes with these bags, and then down here it has a flap as well, and then folds up like this. Okay, so this part that is down in the flap, this is all my airbrush. So I keep both the airbrush gun and cleaning and all that. Here's the gun, keep that in there, and then all the shades of airbrush foundation. So if I were to have to really pare down and only take this bag and no others, and it was a wedding that did not have airbrush and they were only going to use traditional, I might take all of this out and use this as extra space to store things like brushes and more of the stuff I have in the other bag. So here is one of the top bags in here. This is just sort of my anything flashy. All the good flashy stuff like liquid highlight, very glowing primer, loose highlights, and you know, just all the very pigmented fun stuff. glitter. This has been where has been transforming. So this is my lipstick. So I had the side where I have all the liners and the gloss. This is the actual main lips part. And this is another one where I have had to organize. And so I'm going to show you now. I have another video out there where I depotted some of my lipsticks. I only did it with my drugstore lipsticks because I wanted to experiment and see if I could do it. And I just didn't have the heart to do it to my designer lipsticks. And I still have not had the heart to do that. So I still have all my good fancy lipsticks in here. Okay, here is, I'm going to take out these palettes and we're going to talk about the palettes in a minute. But here are all the bullet lipsticks and stuff. I've got it. I wanted to organize by like liquid lips versus matte, you know, like what type it was and maybe what colors, but it gets out of control like that. This is still a struggle because lips is definitely where I really struggle while I'm doing bridal too, because I'm always like, I know the color, the shade, but I can spend 10 minutes looking for the lipstick I need. So I do still need a better system. And I know that if I would just depot them and put them all in a palette, that would solve everything. But again, I just can't do it, guys. I can't do it. I did go ahead though. I had a couple, so I did have like 2 of those lipstick palettes left over from where I depotted the drugstores. And there's a couple of shades in there that I use all the time because they're like special shades my clients love. But those palettes were still too big for my case. I know I could probably just buy a much flatter, better palette, but I'm cheap and I don't want to keep buying palettes and organization over and over again. So what I did was I took an old Saint palette. If you're familiar with Saint, this used to be Mascara Beauty. And you can find magnetic palettes out on like Amazon too that are similar to this. They might cost you, and what it is, you know, Saint is known for like their magnetic little pans like that. You can also buy these pans online as well. So I took, now some of these are their lip shades, the Saint lip shades, and I love them. So I took the empty ones that I had already used because I like Saint for a couple things. I took the empty pans, scraped them out and cleaned them down, wiped them out with alcohol, and then I reloaded them with some of those drugstore colors. Like these 2 are favorites of my clients right here. And so I'm planning to fill the rest of this up. I'm going to probably get more little pans like that, or when I use these things up on other makeup, I'm going to clean them out and use them to just keep putting more colors in. So this is such a great idea. I bought the Graftobian thinking maybe that, you know, was a similar idea. I just don't really care for the finish on these. It's not very matte. It comes right off the lips. So they have, I mean, they work for like maybe a photo shoot where if your lips are going to be on for a couple minutes to take a picture, that's great. But like, I really haven't used it much, so I don't think I recommend these. It says it's for professional makeup artists, but yeah. I also just happen to have this in here. It's an Ardell kit that I got, and I just love these. I don't have a lot of these colors, so I still keep them in case I need those. Okay, and then last, this is the big bag that came with it. Like I said, the bag came with these 3 little organizers. So this is all my eyeshadow palettes. I had to really pare down and let go of a couple. So I tried to really stick to the main ones I use. So I tried to pick all of the palettes that I felt were great for bridal, but also gave me, you know, they're great quality, but also are going to give me like every different kind of, you know, shade and color combo that I could need. That I could think of that people would ever ask for. So that's everything in there, stuffed in there. I cannot get one more palette in, so I'm just basically, from now on, if I buy any more bridal palettes, I'm going to have to pick one to remove for that one to replace it. So I'm going to have to practice self-control with palettes. If you've seen my videos before, you know that I have the brush bags too. These are so handy because they just go right on the table. I have 6 sets bundled up, so I can do like 6 people at a time without sanitizing. And then I have a few extra miscellaneous brushes hanging around in there. And I have a few cheap ones, those little pink ones you see there that I use for the scooping. So like I said, in general, I'll probably bring these bags with me still, and I'll show you how it attaches in a minute to this other bag. Or if I'm only doing like a couple clients, I might only bring one bag with me, just depending on how many brush sets I'm gonna need. Sometimes I'll have both bags and sometimes just one. Another thing I can do is I can attach, so see this flap here? This is made, hold on, my nails. This is made to attach to a bag with a strap that goes over like a suitcase. So I can actually attach this on the back of that big bag if I want to also, and carry it that way. So I've kind of set this up in a way where, like, depending on the event, depending on what I need, I can add or subtract bags, and, you know, just customize it for what I need at that event. Okay. But now, so the extra bag, this one's the one that's optional. So I'm probably going to have it in general for most of my weddings just to feel more secure. But again, this is the bag that can go away if need be, and I'll just transfer a couple of the items over to the big bag. So I'm gonna give you a tour of that one real quick. You might recognize it as kind of that middle piece from the big overall system that was on like the pulling suitcase train. But now this is my new, like, kind of all the tools. This is my tools bag. So like the sanitary stuff. Oh, on the top, it has that flap. So I've basically just got like brow brushes, lip brushes, Q-tips, lash glue, tweezers, all that stuff sticking out to be able to reach it. But like I said, if I need to stuff a few of those in the other bag, I will. And just kind of laying flat, I have like, you know, I have a cape I can put over people. This is my dirty brushes bag. I just throw all the brushes in here at the end to take home with me to sanitize, so I can keep them separate from the clean brushes. Here is how I have everything else organized down in here. I got these little containers from the dollar store as well. They weren't the most ideal, but what I love is that they slide out. They're drawers, so I don't even have to take them out of my kit here. I can just roll out the drawer to grab what I need. So I've got wedges and cotton balls in here, cotton rounds to like put on their face. And then I've got all the skincare down in here, which again, this is something I can go without. I am switching out my packages where I was doing like a luxury bridal package where I do like extra skincare for the bride. Now I'm going to be combining it. I'm going to try to do as much skincare as I can for everyone, because I've just noticed like some people have really dry lips or really like bad bags. And if I go ahead and put like eye pads on them or soften their lips with a lip softener beforehand, it helps with the makeup application. So I just kind of automatically do it. So it's like, I hate to kind of charge people separately now, but I could do without that stuff if I absolutely needed to. And the only thing I really need is the moisturizer. So I can just pop that moisturizer in my other bag. But this is all the like skincare, wipes, extra Q-tips, and just extra brushes of everything if I need them. All the beauty blenders go over here. A mirror back here I can pull out for them to look in. All of those brush cleaning sets, like the sponges and the cup for the brush cleaner to go in. All of my mixing palettes are down in there too. And then the other thing that I did to get better organized is I bought these little bottles. You can buy, I think they came like 4 in a pack at the dollar store. So I bought these, are little travel size bottles, and I poured all the other little things I needed into them and labeled them. So I've got one for micellar water, one for brush cleaner, one for eye makeup remover, one for rubbing alcohol. But I do have a separate drawer here, all of just alcohol wipes too, because sometimes that's easier. And then what was the other one? Oh, like just a regular brush spray for spritzing down. I found that putting them in these bottles is so much better, because the other bottles were so huge, not portable to take with you. They took up a lot of room, and I'd only need like a little bit each time. So that has actually really helped. So like I said, you have to kind of come in before a wedding or event and just make sure like everything is refilled though, because all of these are going to be travel size, including like my foundation containers. But that is, I think that's it, y'all. That's all my organization. So like I said, I can do without this bag if I need to, and just throw a little bit of everything into this bag over here where I'll probably put most of it in that front flap or on the side. Anyway, that's it. What do you guys think? I hope that gave you some ideas for organization. I found everything, you know, at the dollar store that really helped. And I really just kind of picked what they had. I probably could have found better. You guys have any ideas, other things you can suggest for organization and really streamlining? I appreciate it. Drop it down in the comments and maybe it will help me or anybody else out. And also make sure you check out that video on the lip palettes, how to depot your lipsticks. It's definitely a big key, I think, to organizing. I'm going to put it on the end screen for you. That wraps it up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you give me a big like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.